Everybody ready? All right, camera speeding, and action.
Frank the man.
What's cracking?
Frank the man.
Frank the man, bro.
Francisco Carbajal.
Yes, sir.
Do you have a middle name?
I don't.
You don't.
But I'm a junior, so.
You're a junior.
Yes, sir.
What is that? So does your family calls you junior, probably, right?
They do. Yeah.
Do you hate that or do you love it?
Nah, bro. I don't really. Nah, it's pretty cool, junior, because then it's like whoever calls me that, it's just like it's family, so it's pretty cool.
What is your sign? You're an Aquarius.
I'm an Aquarius.
Okay. So do you find that after you're expending a lot of social energy, do you need to like recharge? You need to spend time alone or like with close friends or
100%, bro. Just get away, For
Yeah.
sure. Because that's all my job is. Like when I'm cutting hair or when I'm creating content, it's entertaining people in a way,
Yeah.
or dealing with people. So I love like just get away.
So you are a barber.
Mhm.
I would say you're probably the most famous barber or one of the most famous barbers in Las Vegas. Would you agree with that?
I don't know. I mean, probably, but
Yeah.
I guess that's it depends on who you ask or how you measure it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You're having a tough day. You don't
Mhm.
want to talk to anybody.
Mhm.
What do you do? You still have to turn it on.
Turn on what the social.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like the entertainment part of being a barber.
Oh yeah, that's just always on. I feel like it's always on. It's turning it off is what's hard for me.
Really?
It's like winding down and like being present, like with my kids or just being at home or even right now, bro. Like I had like 6 phone calls on the way over here because, like I mentioned, we're trying to make sure we hit our goal for the week with all those units we're trying to sell. So yeah, just I think turning it on is easy, but turning it off is hard.
So for people who don't know what you do,
Mhm.
you are a barber,
Mm-hmm.
but you also have a barber brand.
Yes, I'm a barber out here in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I also have a men's grooming company. Our focus is to make sure that a man can get ready in the morning with all of our products, so he can feel confident and head out the door.
So FILOSO is a men's grooming company.
Yes, sir.
Why did you start it? Like what did you just wake up one day and go, you know what? I want to do something else. I want to start a new business, or I want to express myself in some other way, or like what's the reason?
I think honestly, bro, to make money.
That's a great reason.
But behind that is I've always been a very creative person, right? I used to do graffiti when I was little, and it was my form of expression, to get up everywhere. And now we have our product. We have our product everywhere. And it's in Mexico, it's in Ireland, it's in the UK. We have influencers around different parts of the world, and we have a lot of different states that have our product in it. And we make merch. We don't focus on the merch, but I guess the name is out there, so it's like fun to me, And of course, we make money.
So okay, so I actually love that.
Mhm.
That the enjoyment you get out of the brand is like kind of related to graffiti, where you put you when you get up, quote unquote, in graffiti, you get to enjoy the fact that your name and your tag is out there somewhere.
Yeah,
And you're getting this kind of the same enjoyment out of seeing your own brand in places.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man.
That's
just
dope.
Like obviously, you start a business because it's black and white. You got to make money.
Yeah.
Like you're in business to make money. You have to, right? But on the creative side, getting it out there is really dope.
Okay. All right. So all right. Before we get into like the business side of things, who's your top 3 MCs?
Top 3 MCs.
Yeah.
What I've been listening to. Dave East has dropped something. So I would say right now, not in any order, right? But Dave East.
Fair enough. You've always liked Dave East.
I've always liked Dave
You're the
East,
only
yeah.
person I know that brings up Dave East like regularly.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I like Dave East. Who else is in rotation? Santa Fe Klan, one of the biggest artists in Mexico right now. He makes hip hop.
Have
So
you worked with Santa Fe Klan,
I
right?
have, yeah.
What did you do with him?
We shot content with him. I set up where we can go to his hotel when he first came here on his first U.S. tour. His last stop was here in Vegas, and we cut his hair along with his DJ. And we plan on either him being our poster child for the brand, or
Yeah.
either just him helping us push the brand.
Like, just real quick, like, what was he like? Like, just kicking it with him. Was he
Yo,
cool?
he actually, it was pretty funny. He walked in and his hand was broken. He came in and he was like, "What's up?" And like,
He dapped you up with the broken hand?
Yeah. I try not to, you know, touch
Yeah.
his hand.
Yeah.
But he was like, "What's up, man? How y'all doing?" He said, "Y'all the barbers, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah, give me a sec. Let me light up a blunt. You know, let me get myself right." And I guess he ended up getting in a fight with someone here locally, who was like, "Oh, it's because of me that you're even here right now. I'm the one that opened the doors for not just Hispanic or Mexican artists, but for all local artists here in Vegas."
That's a big claim.
Yeah, bro. And I was like, "Who was it?" He don't speak English, so he wouldn't know, right? But he was like, "Yeah," he was saying that he's the reason why I'm here, and you know, X, Y, and Z. So then I just punched him. I'm like, damn,
just stole on him quick.
Yeah, bro. And I guess he
Wow.
said he broke his knuckle. And he went into the hospital, and the nurses were like, "Yo, like, they thought he told him he was a boxer, so they believed him, and they fixed his hand, and then you know he came." But he was real cool, man. It was like a cousin or like a homie, like down the street. Like,
Yeah.
you would never think he was an artist. Like it was pretty crazy.
That's dope.
Mm-hmm.
See, if he had actually taken boxing like you have, he would have known that you got to keep, you know, you got to keep it straight.
Keep it tight.
That way you
the
don't break
wrist in,
anything.
The knuckle in, yeah.
All right, so who's your third? Your
My
MC?
third on constant repeat, Davey, Santa. I guess Kendrick. You know, I've been on that vibe right now. Yeah.
Kendrick is winning the beef for you. I'm assuming.
I feel like he cooked them.
You and everybody else. Yeah. All right. Fair enough.
Well, those are some crazy allegations. So I feel like you know,
they are some crazy allegations. I mean, it's really hard to like
brush that off,
to defend that. You know?
Exactly. I doubt if you look at my Spotify playlist right now, I don't even think, you know, Kendrick is on that top 3 right now. But I just can't think of it right now.
You have 12,000 subscribers on YouTube.
I do. Yeah. You saw that.
I saw that. Is that hard?
I feel like now, not anymore, but when I first started, it was.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so explain that.
Well, because now I know what I'm doing. Like, I know who I'm targeting. Before it was just I'm trying to go after everybody. You know, I'm trying to go after barbers. I'm trying to go after business entrepreneurs. I'm trying to go after men who take care of themselves at home. I'm trying to go after, what was I trying to do? We had ciphers. You helped me out with some of those. We had like just everything. And now it's like specific, like 24 to 40-year-old males who like to take care of the personal hygiene and grooming. And like, that's very niche. You know, as long as I speak to them in a way that they can resonate, I think it's easy.
Okay, so it's not necessarily a climate of achieving YouTube success has changed. You're saying that because you've changed what you're doing, it's become easier to.
Yeah.
Now, do you think that is also in part due to the fact that you already accumulated some sort of some decent sized following, or no?
Yeah, because it helped me.
So it snowballs. In other words.
It snowballed.
Okay.
It snowballed crazy, and I feel like I tested it out on TikTok. I made one video and it almost got 1 million views.
That's huge.
From this information that I just told you, I said, let me try it, and you know, let me just try it, along with like some like Mr. Beast, right? Like kind of fast. Every
style.
Every 3-4 seconds, change the angle, you know, and it hit, and I'm like, whoa, you know, so yeah, I think now it's easier to make content because there's so many ways to distribute it, and the platforms are I feel like are getting easier to understand.
You do all your own videos.
I do all my own videos.
And when you're not filming, your brother Damien is filming.
Yes, or you.
Or me. So that is a good question. What's the threshold of like, I'm going to do it myself, I'm going to have Damien do it, or I'm going to call Rob and Rob's going to come out and do it?
When like the TikTok, those are for sure you have to do those yourself, because that platform does not like high quality content, and we seen that when we did our campaign with our influencer.
Since then I've read that this is a real statistic that lo-fi content, which is basically just shit that you film on your own phone on social media, performs 30% better across the board.
Just in general. Even on any platform.
On any platform. Isn't that crazy?
Even on Instagram?
30%. 30%. It's huge.
So more like social, like grab the iPhone.
Just lo-fi, which according to this thing, and I don't remember where I read that, so
I mean, it makes sense.
I can't quantify it, and I can't
it's social media. It's not like, oh, let me turn on the TV or let me hop into Netflix or like a high production channel, right? It's like, it's personal.
Me and you talk about this all the time. I think the number one mistake companies make is they treat social media like advertising, and it's just not that.
It's not.
It just isn't that.
It's on a personal level.
Yeah. One of your biggest videos is an instructional video on how to achieve an Edgar haircut. Can you explain to me what an Edgar is?
I don't want to say a Latino, but I want to say a Mexican young male who gets a taper so often without touching the sides that it creates this bowl that literally looks like Dumb and Dumber, and and the only difference is that they add texture, right? We grab it and we point cut it, and then they like to fluff it up, and that's really it.
It's the funny thing is it sounds so silly, I can't help but laugh at it, but it really looks good though. Like, remember when Mike had an Edgar? Mike had this
Oh, he did,
like
bro.
It was like more of a Caesar kind of.
Well, yeah, we tried to do a French crop. We did a French crop on him, but since like the Edgar movement was at its peak, he felt like he couldn't, pull it off.
I thought it looked good.
Yeah, I thought it looked. I mean, I'm the one who did it. I thought it looked hella fresh, But he said that he's like, nah, bro. Well, it's because he's with a Mexican girl, so she hit him with, "Oh, you look like an Edgar."
Yeah, and that completely drained him of all his fucking
his
riz.
Confidence.
Yeah, his riz was low, and he was like, "All right, forget this." Why is that video doing so well? And you've done multiple versions of it, right?
I did multiple versions.
How many views do you have on? If you had to guess, how many views have you gotten on your channel alone from Edgar videos alone?
1 million and some change.
1 million and some change.
Because every video got like at least more than $250,000.
Bro, that's insane. That's so. First of all, I love that. That's dope. I love to see that you're killing it like that. Yeah, that's amazing. But 1 million and change, man. A lot of people want that haircut, man.
Yeah, bro. I think honestly, bro, I've never said this, but I really feel like I'm the reason why I went. Like the name was called Edgar, and I feel like I've never admitted that, and I feel like.
Right here. We're establishing that right here. Now that's been established.
I got it from somewhere, right? I don't know where. That I always sit here and try to think where I got it from. But I remember when I put it in there and I labeled it how to do a taper with an Edgar, or how to do an Edgar haircut. If you look at Google Trends and the date my video dropped, Edgar, it just starts going up, And then all of my videos have gone viral on TikTok too. When you don't want your man going to the barbershop, so you learn how to do the Edgar at home. And it was my video in the background and some girl learning how to do it, on their man. And like, I couldn't believe it, bro. So it went viral on YouTube. It went viral on TikTok.
Oh, so this just appeared in someone's video you don't know.
Yeah,
don't even know.
Yeah, I was just appearing in the back, like how to do the Edgar. And it was my video. And these videos were getting like 1 million views on TikTok. So like you add that early success on YouTube, plus the thing on TikTok, I feel like I definitely help push the name Edgar into that haircut instead of like a mid tape or a low taper with lots of bulk and lots of texture, because that's what it is. Yeah. But since I feel like I help, or some people, Edgar, I'm sure Edgar's all over the world, they probably feel some type of way with their name being mentioned, But hey, bro, it's iconic. You know, I think it's dope. Like, imagine how the Jerry feels with the Jerry curls back in the day. I'm sure that was a guy,
is
right?
that it's Jerry with the H though, isn't it?
Oh, is
Isn't
it?
it Jheri? Jerry
Well,
Curl or G?
Fuck it, it's still a name.
Yeah, it's still
You know,
Jerry.
and to this day, how old is that? Like that's 40, 30 years ago. You feel me?
Yeah, that is.
You know, so
you also
it-
don't
it-
really see that much anymore.
Yeah, you don't. And I mean, I feel like if Jerry got over it, you know, Edgar's can too.
If,
You know what I mean?
So here's a question: if I with my style of hair,
Uh-huh.
could I achieve a Jerry curl if I really wanted?
Well, yeah, you can. You can get a perm.
I could.
Yeah, you get a perm.
So I could have. If I really wanted it, I could
Mhm.
have it.
Yeah, anybody. Mhm,
Get
anybody.
the fuck out of here. Are you
Yeah,
serious?
bro. You just, you know, we go ahead and we perm your hair. Make sure
Yeah.
it has to be long,
Yeah.
about
Longer than mine,
Yeah,
for sure.
2 more inches, and then that's it.
Wow.
Yeah, keep them hydrated, moisturized. Should
Yo,
be
I
fire.
did not know that, man.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Okay. You run 3 businesses, really, if you think about it. You have Filoso. You have your barber. You're an independent barber
Mhm.
out of Icon Barbershop.
Hey,
Icon Barbershop. Where's it? It's
Pablo.
on Bonanza, right? It's
No, Stewart.
Stewart.
Street right over.
Stewart and
Mhm.
Nellis.
And Nellis, yes.
Icon Barbershop. Icon Barbershop. Icon Barbershop. Icon Barbershop.
Yo,
Stewart and
yeah.
Nellis.
Come rock with us. Shout
Honestly,
out Pablo,
it's the
Easy
best
Gallo.
barbershop in the city.
It really is, man. Shout out all the barbers, but you know we keep it right. You know we try to make sure that we're good. You know we
Bro,
know what we're doing.
I
know?
drive an hour to get to you. Do you know that?
Yeah.
When
Took
I
me a
tell
minute
people that,
coming
they're
over
like,
here.
are you out of your mind? I'm like,
Yeah.
listen, what do you want from me? It's a good, you know, like nobody cuts hair like this man. We're
Mhm.
friends, so that's that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not just that.
Mm-hmm.
Because there have been times where I wasn't going to you
Mm-hmm.
because I had something at the time I was just broke, really, and I couldn't get to you.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a barber right up the block that I could walk to.
Mm-hmm.
But ever since I have not been broke, I've come to you.
Yeah.
An hour I drive to you.
Yeah.
So there you go.
30 back. Yeah.
If you're watching this and you live in Las Vegas, I drive an hour. If you're closer, you can get there in less time.
Mm-hmm.
So you run 3 businesses really.
Mm-hmm.
How much of the week do you spend working on content?
Right now, that's all I've been doing lately. Because we have a new product coming out July 17th. But out of the week, I would say like not a lot, like 13, 15 hours.
I mean, you say that's not a lot, but for the average person, you know,
Mhm.
who maybe is, you know, doing far less than that, that is
Yeah.
a lot. You know, 13 to 15 hours is a lot a week. You
Well,
know? That's like a work day or more. That's
that's
an
almost a
overtime day.
part-time. Yeah. Well, that's only about like 3 videos though.
yeah.
Yeah, like 3 or 4 videos.
How many
know?
videos would you say you put out a week?
I would say 1 or 2 because I'm trying to. We have the launch coming up, and
So
I'm
you're trying to have stuff in the stash.
I'm
in
trying
other
to have yeah. So I'm just holding on to it, and I would say about 1, 2.
words. I mean, that is a lot though.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, as long as I feel like as long as it resonates, which I've seen it has been. You know, we get people who hit me up, and they're like, "Dude, I'd love to sample the stuff. I love to get more involved." And those are the people that I'm speaking to, even if
Yeah.
it's just like 3 or 10 or 20 people. Like it doesn't matter, you know. Like the product that we're gonna come out with is a men's safety razor, and we want to go up against Gillette, Harry's, Dollar Shave Club. And I am looking for those men, the men who shave anywhere from 3 to 7 times a week. And if those people hit me up saying, "Yo, that was dope. I've always wanted to get into that," that's a win for me. I'm not trying to go viral, and I don't care about that. As long as I can get those people, bring them to our email list, and I can then like keep entertaining them and eventually bringing them down the funnel where we can sell to them. That's fire.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. You know,
A lot of the it's and that's the thing. It's like going viral is great. You know, I've never had anything that's had 1 million views, but I've had I have a couple things in the 100,000s.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a great feeling when that happens, but a lot of those views are mean nothing.
Yeah,
Because it's someone that looked at it once and is never going to come
Yeah.
back, and it's not going to help your business at all. Or
Yeah, it's wild. That video on TikTok that got almost 1 million views. That one, The top comment, bro. The purpose of that video was to try without. So it was two. The real purpose was to try to see this new idea, right? This new approach that I had, and it worked.
Yeah.
So I checked that off.
Yeah.
And then 2 was to slightly bring brand awareness to a product, and I did.
Right.
And I did it. So it wasn't sales, so I can't be mad at myself, right? But the top comment, I think it has 1,100 likes, is what powder did you use on the head?
Perfect.
And it was our
it's your
FILOSO hair
powder.
texture powder. And I was like, here's this code, use code TikTok to get 20% off plus free shipping. Bro, you know how many people used it?
How many?
Just take a wild guess.
100. 0.
0 people used it.
Yo, that
Yeah.
does not surprise me.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
That does not surprise
So
me.
that's when I knew that like TikTok content has to have a purpose. Your CTA has to be very clear,
Yeah.
And if you watch the video, I didn't say like the CTA wasn't clear,
Yeah.
But it was more like showing people how to apply the product, how to use it, and how you can use it at home. But it wasn't like, go buy it on my store. And I didn't want to mention that because I felt like this is a new platform I've never been on TikTok. And I didn't want to out the gate sell, like, hey, buy my
Right.
shit,
Yeah, yeah.
So I wanted to just, but I thought it was crazy. I thought it was very interesting.
Yeah, man. It's I mean, there it is. Like, there's the whole like social is not advertising thing. I mean, you have a video that has 1 million views. You put a code on it. It's got 0. It was used 0 times. And that's not that you did anything wrong. It's just that that's not the platform for it, you know? And it's
not.
like, this.
Yeah.
So this is what, these are the conversations that when I'm called in to a meeting or a consultation, when it comes to social, I try to beat this into people's heads immediately. Like, listen, your expectations need to be with social goals, not sales goals.
Yeah.
Because those are totally different things.
I think we can get there. It just has to be enough jabs.
Yeah.
Like jab, 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 like 5 jabs and then a hook finally, meaning like, yo, buy my shit. I've been giving you 5 videos. I haven't asked for nothing other than to entertain you and give you knowledge and educate and entertain you. At least you could do is just come to my website, opt in for the email list, get 10% off or whatever you want. And then from there, that's where the sales happen. Not so much on TikTok. They do have TikTok shop now. We actually just sent our product to one of our big influencers. Shout out Anai, a girly Barber, 503 on TikTok. She has 1.3 million followers on TikTok.
Crazy.
And she has been doing well with TikTok Shop. And TikTok Shop is interesting because they're competing against Amazon, which is why I feel that that's the reason why they want to ban it. Along with other things, but TikTok has like openly admitted that they're trying to compete against Amazon, bro. So it's like they've revolutionized the way we shop. It's no longer like, let me hop into this third-party app, right? Because I'm already on TikTok minus the scrolling.
Yeah.
Let me get out of there, go to Amazon, search for something, then look for it, add to cart. No, here you're already minus the scrolling. Oh damn, I didn't know I needed a razor. For my face. Oh, what? Old school shit. Fuck it. Shop in seconds. And we, as a brand, we have to ship it in 2 to 3 days. If not, we get kicked out of the TikTok shop.
Wow.
Yeah. So I feel like that's why they're doing that, along with like their openness to showcase whatever type of content on there. Like the war stuff and like some of it's pretty gritty. But I feel like you could be successful on TikTok. I haven't had that success yet. But we're about to find out this week.
I'll tell you what, man. I buy stuff off Instagram all the time. I've done it. I've
no
never
way.
bought anything off TikTok yet.
Yeah.
But I'm also never on TikTok. But I'm also not the demographic of TikTok.
Yeah.
I'm on Instagram every day.
Mhm.
And I buy stuff off Instagram. So, I mean, that is working on me, at least.
Yeah.
Have you ever bought anything off Instagram or TikTok or social media in general? Like Facebook maybe took you to a link? Or...
Yeah, I bought some shoes, bro. Some really cool shoes.
Yeah.
Some like really expensive, like leather dress shoes. Yeah, they were fire. They got me.
When it comes to FILOSO, you have a partner.
Yes.
What is the key to making that work, a partnership work? Because working with other people can be difficult, especially making all the decisions based around a a brand that is still growing. That's a startup.
Mm-hmm.
How do you guys make that work? How do you guys, navigate
Josh, my partner, shout out Josh.
that? Golden MFG,
Golden
MFG,
Manufacturing,
Golden
yo.
MFG, Golden MFG.
7195 Bermuda Road. Out here in Las Vegas, behind the airport, is the warehouse, and you can go over there and get everything that you need. Anything tangible, embroidery, screen printing. Rob is rocking the screen printing. I'm rocking the embroidery. But yeah, man, shout out Golden MFG. Josh is the opposite of me, which is why I think it works, right? That's how they say like good relationships, right? Like you can't have two introverts and like because you guys ain't never gonna leave the house, right? So Josh is the opposite of me when it comes to the brand, He handles all the operations, everything behind the scene. We have a local distribution here, and him and his wife, they take care of that. I'm just the face of it, so I'll create the content. I'll be on the phone with some people, ensuring that we're locking in deals and stuff like that. But for the most part, I'm the one that is in front of the camera and really like on the front lines of stuff. But if it wasn't for him, this brand wouldn't exist, to be honest, because and that's, I told him that when we first started, and I was like, hey, I want to start this new thing, and I'm only going to do it if you help me. And he said, I want 20%. And I was like, no, I was like, I want you to help me, like I want you to actually help me.
Yeah.
No, that's cool, man. He was fighting for 20%. The whole time I wanted him to have half of it.
Yeah.
And when he said that, he was like, whoa, he's like, you're serious? I'm like, yeah, man, because I can't do this without you, and I'm not going to do it without you. So if I leave right now and you tell me I got to think about it, or that, you don't want the 50%, like, I'm good. Like, this is just an idea that I have. And if you're down to do it together, let's do it together. And I'm so glad that he did, because
he's a beast.
He's a beast.
He's a straight up beast.
He's a beast. And
you, Josh, DJ AR is another one.
DJ AR,
like it's funny because we were all in the same room that years ago.
Yeah,
like with Bamboo, like talking about doing something all together. And then you, Josh, and AR, and Bamboo all went off to do like huge. I mean, AR's got Altura, which is huge.
Yeah, bro.
Golden MFG killing it. You with Filoso killing it. So it's like Josh is like one of the most powerful people I've met in Las Vegas. Like he started, he was started with a t-shirt company. Like everybody was doing that in 2015, there was nothing special about that at that time. And he went from same thing. Like there's nothing special about having a camera at that time either. Everybody was a photographer or whatever, and everybody was trying to start a brand at that, indigenous and all of that stuff. All the stuff we were doing, like, evolved into everything that's going on now. It's very cool. Shout out DJ AR, shout out Josh, Golden MFG, shout out Filoso. I got one more question for you, brother.
Yes, sir.
How important is learning to do your own content effectively?
Oh man, bro. Like that's the foundation. That's the base of everything, kind of. Because then what editors go through. That what to expect. What not to expect, right? If you have a low budget or if you have a high budget. But I would say it's super important because you're able to control it, but at the same time, if you're making your own content, like that's cool. But if you have the money, bro, just spend it, because
on a content creator,
on a content creator, or like a company, like a media company like yourself, because it's easier to do that.
Okay.
You focus on what actually matters. Like I mentioned earlier, businesses job is to make money. Like it's black and white. Either are we making money or are we not?
Yeah.
We're not content creators.
Right. There's no gray area in are you making money or not?
Yeah. So it's just like, and I just mentioned that like social is social.
Yeah.
It's a funnel, it's brand awareness, bringing them closer till you finally sell. And if you can optimize and delegate that task to somebody, it's a lot easier, and I think it's definitely worth it to delegate that to somebody else, because then it's much easier, and when I was creating my own content, it was cool. I still do it, right? But I'd rather 100% hire somebody else, which is you, all the time, like 10 out of 10, because it's just easier. And now we're getting better because we know that it's social. Like we're not trying to do like, like crazy edits, you know, like that's cool, bro. I don't even feel like that's popular anymore either.
It's not.
You know, it's like people want to resonate. They want to feel like, bro, we just had a
the
pandemic,
shininess
bro.
of that wears off. It's like, all right,
Yeah.
once I've seen, you know, 100 glitch edits or fast, you know, like the camera goes up and then it comes back down, you know, from down, you know, like as soon as I've seen that twice or 3 times, it's like, all right, just show me something that's going to present some kind of value. You know?
Exactly. Value, resonate, you know, something on a deeper meaning. And I feel like all the stuff that the US has been through, like the pandemic, right? Like shit just went up and down. I feel like on social, people are tired of getting flexed on. You know what I mean?
Yo, yeah,
like, it's just like, bro, like here we go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But when you hear someone truthful and they're talking about something that you can relate to, that's deeper than like Ferrari or like bad bitches or whatever it may be, you know?
One more thing. For young people who look to you and want to be like you, admire you, maybe they want to get into barbering, maybe they want to start their own brand, maybe they want to start a YouTube channel. What do you say to them?
Learn, find a mentor, find your common enemy first. You know, who's your enemy? If it's like, if your mom works, that's a good one, right? Let that be your point, your goal.
Explain that. So when you say your enemy, in other words, like to make it so that your mom doesn't have to go to work anymore.
Yes.
Like that's what you mean by that. Okay.
Or your enemy could be like, I don't want to go to work anymore. I want to work from home. I want to be in here shooting content. You know, like that could be your enemy. So set a goal, right, and then reverse engineer it, and learn. Educate yourself, you know, get a mentor, pay for a course, talk to somebody, because anything in this world has already been done. You know, like there's thousands of books on how to raise a kid. There's thousands of books on how to start a podcast. There's literally like a bunch of content on how to be a barber, you know, books on how to be a barber. Everything we've ever wanted to do in this life has already been done. So it would be in your best favor, you know, to educate yourself on how to do something before you actually go blindly to it.
I love that, man. I love that. That's
thank
it.
You, bro.
Yo, thank you so much for coming on, bro. Yes, sir. Frank the man. Oh, share. You got to share your socials, and if there's anything you're working on or anything that you want people to check out, please.
What's up, y'all? My name is Frank. I'm one of the co-owners of FILOSO Barber Brand. You can follow us on FILOSO Barber Brand on Instagrams, TikTok, Facebook. Check out our website, FILOSO Barber Brand. Come July 17th, we are revolutionizing the way that men shave. Right, we want to go ahead and imitate and bring that quality barber shave at home to you and your household by just shaving with one blade instead of a Mach 7, Mach 3, you know, multi-blade razor. And of course, make sure that the products you're using are not only organic, but that are good for sensitive skin and that can hydrate and keep you looking right, you know.
Great. Love that. Thanks,
yes,
brother.
Sir. Appreciate you for having me, bro. This is dope.
Man, we did it.
Hell yeah, man.
We did it.